we are going to be discussing the biggest debate in Valorant, showing off the Vandal against its mighty competitor, the Phantom. And we are going to be comparing them both against one another and comparing them. So this is what we're going to be doing in this short, concise video. We're going to be discussing the different stats of the items, the reasons why you should use each one, the damage drop-off, the spray patterns, and what everyone loves to see, the different actual skins available for them both. As bear in mind, you're going to be using this weapon a lot, so you want it to look good while you play. So let's get into it. So the first weapon we're getting right into is the Vandal, and we're going to be discussing the stats. You can see the stats on your screen right there, so they are as follows. Primary fire, fully automatic. Fire rate, 9.25 rounds a second. Alternate fire, it has a zoom mode, which is scoped in at 1.25 times, and it has a slight spread reduction when shot. The fire rate, when aimed in, is 8.32 rounds a second. Damage is 39 to the body, head 156, and leg 33. This is at all range from 0 to 50 meters, and the magazine capacity is 25. Final thing, wall penetration is medium. Next up, we have the Phantom. So their stats is fully automatic, fire rate is 11 rounds a second, alternate fire is the same with 1.25 times zoom mode, slight spread reduction the same, fire rate 9.9 rounds a second. Damage, this is where it's different. The Phantom actually has a drop off. So it's body 39, head 156, and leg 33 to 0 to 15 meters. So you have to be quite close. Body 35, head 140, leg 30 to 15 to 30 meters. And then body 31, head 124, and legs 26 to 30 to 50 meters. So that's where we can see a very big difference within the stats because of the Phantom drop-off, but I'll show that to you in more detail later on in the video. Now we're going to be looking into the spray patterns of the Vandal and the Phantom. Starting off with on your screen right now we have the Vandal, and I'm just shooting it from close range and shooting it from back, so I'm just tapping it, just constantly tapping it just to see how it is. And now I go for the just holding down the button, and this is what it looks like. This is the spray pattern, so it goes directly up and it just goes left to right. So with the Phantom it is kind of very similar. So as you can see, just tapping it, it just stays pretty much in the same place. It creates a little circle that gets bigger and bigger, and then when I take a fast step back, shoot it a little bit more. This is then, after I do this, I'll just hold down the button and I'll show you what it looks like. So it's just this pretty much the same. It goes left to right, and then I try to drag it down a little bit, show you what it's like, and if you just control it, it's in the same way. And this is what it looks like in game if you hold down the button, and the Phantom is very forgiving with the spray pattern, and it's a lot easier to control than the Vandal, which is very unforgiving, and if you're not on point with it, it is very hard to control the spray pattern in regard to the Phantom until you get used to it. Next up, you have the alternate fire for the weapon. So starting off with the Vandal, this is me aiming down the sight, just shooting, and it is pretty accurate from close range. I don't necessarily reckon to actually do that mid-game. If you're new to the game, then aim down sights, but if not, just don't aim down sights. The most important one in this whole video may be this one, the damage fall-off range. Now what you see on your screen right now is the Vandal, and the Vandal is shooting, I'm just taking steps back, just going further and further away, just one tap in the head to the head to show that it's a one-tap headshot, as pretty much no matter how far you get away. And I'm still getting further and further. I'm out of the training room now, going even further, and I'm showing you I'm going to go right up to this banister, and I'm just going to aim in onto this one head, and I bang, because I still get the kill. However, that is not the case with the Phantom. As you'll see, I get one tap there, take a step back, get one tap there, let's take another step back, and I actually shoot twice there by accident. And I take a step back and I'm like, wait a minute. So and then I take a step and I don't get the kill. And from this range, just outside of the training room, I get that kill. However, a little bit further back and I don't get it. And this is where I am. I'm only at this distance compared to where I was with the Vandal. And the damage drop off is completely different, and the Vandal in this case is so much better and so much more viable in a lot of different situations. The Phantom is only good in certain situations where you'll actually need it. And the Vandal, in my opinion, is just that much more powerful that it is so much more viable in game, and especially in competitive. Last but not least, we have the weapon camos, and the Vandal is just shining through at the moment. It has so many more camos in comparison to the Phantom, and they're just so good, they're so nice, and I just want them all. Whereas the Phantom, it has a few, and they're just not that good. They just don't stand up to the Vandal. So, in the battle of the Vandal versus the Phantom, in my opinion, the Vandal is way better. However, the Phantom does have its different moments, such as it's less forgiving than the Vandal in its recoil control and its spray pattern at close range. However, overall, in my opinion, if you're wanting to get better at the game and to actually hone in on your gun skill, you should go with the Vandal. And that is just from my opinion, and that's what I think ultimately is the better weapon. And yeah, if you have any questions in regards to it, I'll be happy to answer them down below. If you are new to the channel, please click that subscribe button, leave a like, and let me know down below what weapons you want to see me compare next. So yeah guys, I've been Aaron, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.